What's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and today we'll be kicking off a new series titled The Chronicles of, where we'll take a look at unique pieces of gear from the entire Borderlands series and see just how much they've changed over the years throughout each entry. Today we'll be taking a look at the bitch, which I think I'm allowed to say. I just said it, oh no, but to avoid any more bad juju, we'll be calling it the Batch. It's a weapon that has featured in every single Borderlands game to date, and I'll be going over its entire journey from its birth to where it is now, letting you know how it got there and how it's evolved over each entry. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like and feel free to subscribe too. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what weapon you'd like to see next and whether this is a gun you'd like to see in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And let's crack into it. So the Batch was first seen as a legendary weapon in the original Borderlands, which released in 2009. It came in all of the standard elements and either ×3 or ×4 strength. The red text says smack him, which you should do to your claptrap unit if it starts beatboxing. As like most legendaries from the first game, it doesn't have a specific drop source and can be found anywhere. I picked mine up from the chest room at Tartarus Station, which you can find around here after completing the Claptrap's new Robot Revolution DLC. Its first entry laid the foundations for what was to come, spawning with a unique barrel that makes it the most accurate SMG in the game. It was also supposed to provide 50% extra critical hit damage, but that effect doesn't make itself known, leaving its legendary status to fall purely on its increased accuracy. Nevertheless, it's a welcome trait and a worthy weapon overall. We next saw the Batch in Borderlands 2, but it took a little while to find as its reliable drop source is tied to the latter stages of the base game. It can come in all the elements with the red text reading yup back, referring to its return. It has an increased chance to drop from the one they call the Bunker, accessed through 1000 cuts. The Bunker is a roaming fortress weak to corrosion and also has a high chance to drop the Sham, a legendary shield. However, drop rates are pretty low, sitting at around 3.3%, which isn't close to what we're used to nowadays, so if you're farming for it, be prepared. This is where the Batch first realised its full potential, spawning with the increased critical damage it was meant to deal. Instead of coming with the 50% critical damage boost like it was meant to, it comes with 75. Combine that then with its ability to come in every element and its incredible accuracy, and you have an all-round weapon that is deadly at all ranges. However, I somehow feel that it got shortchanged. Its superior handling and extremely minimal recoil, the thing that stood it apart from all the rest in the first game, was bestowed upon the entire Hyperion weapon class, leaving its crit damage to be its unique trait. However, its reverse recoil is still greater than all other Hyperion weapons, and it did get a larger than normal mag size to sweeten the deal. All in all, its effects combine perfectly, giving it sniper rifle levels of accuracy, allowing you to take down enemies at all ranges. And you could say that the Batch is the centerpiece of the Hyperion brand. Without the ability to aim down sights when in fight for your life, it's also useful for gaining second wins. In Borderlands 2, it's a great SMG, especially when you look at what the base game has to offer. However, it's definitely a gun that you'll want to be scoring crits with, as with all its other variants from here on out. And in Borderlands 2, that's achieved easiest on Maya with her phase lock ability. When not landing crits it's good, but when landing them it's a whole lot better. The Batch then appeared in the pre-sequel, but under the disguise of the Fatale. It lost its ability to come in all elements, only spawning in the new Cryo. Its red text reads Stone Cold Killer, which sums it up perfectly, and it has an increased chance to drop from Drongo Bones around here in Outlands Canyon as part of the quest Rough Love. The quest is obtained from Nurse Nina. Is she really a nurse? After going far enough through the main storyline and completing the quest Treasures of Marjorie, which you get from Pickles. Its drop rate is good, unlike in previous titles, and you should have no problem picking one up. In the pre-sequel, the Fatale behaves pretty much identically to its Borderlands 2 counterpart. It looks the same, feels the same, and pretty much only its name and its elements stand them apart. However, if any gun was going to always come as Cryo, there's no better weapon than this. Not only is it guaranteed to have the ability to freeze people, making their weak points easier to hit, but when frozen, critical hits will deal an extra 110% damage, granting a total crit boost of 185%. That's fantastic, providing it with incredible synergy and cementing it as one of the top SMGs in the game. It's a gun that is especially good while playing as Aurelia, female Hammerlock, allowing her to enhance all it has to offer. And Athena can make good use of its hipfire accuracy, making firing with her shield out a lot less hit and miss. This may have been where it peaked, but it's not where its journey ends. So we come to today, where the batch returns to its Borderlands 2 days, able to come in all the elements with the flavor text reading, "If you can't handle me at my worst." It has an increased chance to drop from Hyperion the Destroyer, which is fitting, and you fight her in Destroyer's Rift. It is here where the batch is again dedicated to being dropped from a late game boss. It remains tied to the base game, which is pretty crazy to think. It's been in 4 different games from the beginning. Will Wonderlands make it 5? We'll have to wait and see. It continues with the tradition of increasing your accuracy the longer you fire, and its massive critical damage boost, although now instead of coming with the standard 75% increase like in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, you can get it with either 65 or 82. Its magazine and fire rate is better than ever, lasering crits with precision. It's a well-rounded gun, serving all Vault Hunters well, with Flag able to get even more damage out of its critical hits, and a Minesweeper modes being rewarded even more for landing criticals. Again, the focus here is on landing them, as you'd expect, but when weapons like the crit do it better, it's a little sad to see such an icon of the series still fail to reach its potential. Looking back, the journey of the batch has been a long one, featuring in every single Borderlands game to date. It has been a base game SMG in all 4 games, coming in all elements the majority of the time, with a stint of cryo only as its alter ego the Fatale. It found its true form in Borderlands 2, where it finally harnessed its intended critical hit bonus, resulting in a fully automatic and incredibly accurate weapon, dealing equally good damage in all games, but still struggling to find top tier status. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned about the batch's history across all Borderlands games. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which weapon you want to see covered next, and whether this is a gun you'd like to see returned for a 5th time in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And I'll catch you in the next one.